Hello, my lovely viewer. For today's video, I'll be teaching you all about simple interest. Simple interest, simple interest, simple interest. A lesson or topic from the Grade 11 General Mathematics textbook. Before we begin the discussion, let us first know what simple interest is all about and as well as when it is applicable in a certain real-life situation. So, what is simple interest? What is simple interest? What is simple interest? For instance, I borrowed an amount of money from a bank or a money lender. This borrowed amount is called as loan. However, at the time of returning the loan at the bank or the money lender, I have to pay back an amount somewhat bigger than the loan. And that additional amount is called as simple interest. So, to make it short, simple interest refers to the amount of interest being added to the amount of money I borrowed in a loan. So, in calculating or solving for the simple interest of a certain amount of money you borrowed, we will be using the formula SI is equal to PRT, in which SI stands for the simple interest, P stands for the principal, or the actual amount you borrowed in a loan, excluding its interest. R stands for the rate of interest, or the percentage of interest that was being added to the amount you borrowed in a loan. And lastly is the T. T stands for the time, or the length of time in years for which the money is borrowed. So, for you guys to fully understand what simple interest is all about, let's try to solve the problem number 1. Problem number 1. To buy a computer, Mark borrowed 50,000 pesos at 9% interest rate for 4 years. How much money did he have to pay back? So, for us to be able to solve the problem correctly, we will have to find the given first, which are P is equal to 50,000, R is equal to 0.09, which is the decimal form of 9%. Next is T, which is equal to 4, or 4 years. Next, we will have the solution. Upon doing the solution, we'll have to find, or we will have to write the formula first, or the formula for simple interest first, which is SI is equal to PRT, or simple interest is equal to the principal times the rate times the time. That would be simple interest is equal to 50,000 pesos times 0.09 times 4, which will be equal to 18,000 pesos. So, the answer to problem number 1 is Mark had to pay back 50,000 pesos in principal plus 18,000 pesos in interest for a total of 68,000 pesos. Next, we will proceed to problem number 2. When Cassandra bought a new phone, she borrowed 15,000 pesos at a rate of 18% for 9 months. How much interest did she pay? So first, for us to be able to answer the problem correctly, we need to find the given of the problem first, which are P is equal to 15,000, R is equal to 0.18, which is the decimal form of 18%, and time is equal to 0.75. 0.75? Why? The answer is, it is because the simple interest formula asks for the time in years. However, the time was given in months. So, to get the time in years, we represent 9 months as 9 over 12 of a year, which is equal to 0.75. For us to be able to get 0.75 as T, we just have to divide 9 by 12. Next, we'll proceed to the solution. In doing the solution, we'll have to write the formula first. And the formula for simple interest is SI is equal to PRT, which will be simple interest is equal to 15,000 times 0.18 times 0.75, and that will be equal to 2025. Now, our simple interest is equal to 2025. And the answer to problem number 2 will be Cassandra paid 2025 as interest. Next, we'll have problem number 3. Julia deposited 25,000 into a savings account at a local bank that earned 5.5% interest per year. How much interest does she earn per year? First, for us to be able to answer problem number 3 correctly, we'll have to find the given of the problem first, which are P is equal to 25,000, R is equal to 0.055, which is the decimal form of 5.5%, and T is equal to 1, which is 1 year. Next, we'll have the solution. In doing the solution, we'll have to write the formula first. And the formula for simple interest is SI is equal to PRT, or simple interest is equal to principal times rate times time. And that will be simple interest is equal to 25,000 times 0.055 times 1. And that will be equal to 1,375. And the answer to problem number 3 will be Julia earns 1,375 per year in interest from her local bank. Next, we'll have problem number 4. Maria puts 50,000 into a savings account that earns 4% in interest. How much money will she have after 3 months? 3 months. So, for us to be able to properly and correctly solve the problem, we'll have to find the given of the problem first, which are P is equal to 50,000, R is equal to 0.04, which is the decimal form of 4%, and time is equal to 0.25. 0.25? Why? It is because the simple interest formula asks for the time in years. However, the time was given in months. So, to get the time in years, we represent 3 months as 3 over 12 of a year, or 0.25. Next, we'll have the solution. In doing or writing the solution, we'll have to write the formula first. And the formula for simple interest is SI is equal to PRT. And that will make the simple interest equal to 50,000 pesos times 0.04 times 0.25. And that will be all equal to 500 pesos. And the answer to problem number 4 will be Maria will have 50,000 in principal plus 500 pesos of interest earned for a total of 55,000 pesos. And that's it! That ends our video tutorial about simple interest. I hope you learned something from our very short discussion. Have a great day! This is Krisha Silva, signing out. Thanks for watching! Bye!